What's up, guys? It's Justin Mack, and I'm back with another video. We just had UFC 297, Sean Strickland versus DDP. What a night of fights, guys! What a night of fights. Boy, do I got something to say about that fight. Before we get into it, if I could just ask you, like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications uh, to receive all notifications, if you could, please. Now, let's get right into it. First fight of the night. We got Malcolm Gordon versus Jimmy Flick. Woo, Jimmy Flick. Man, he wins by an arm triangle in the second round. And this is crazy because Malcolm Gordon looked really aggressive, and he was even landing some shots on the feet, good ground and pound. But like honestly, it looked like he was trying to get submitted. Like, what is going on here? Dude has horrible fight IQ. Like, he was just putting himself in bottom flute chokes at the end of the first round and just barely escaped because the time ran out. But in the end, Jimmy Flick wins by an arm triangle in the second round. Good job to him. Messed up everyone's parlays. uh, but next fight, we got Jasmine Juice DeVicious versus Priscilla Cachoeira. Jasmine wins via anaconda choke in the third round. Man, my picks don't get any better from here until about Sean Woodson, okay? But anyways, Jasmine immediately starts having her way, dude. She has her way with Priscilla on the feet and just took her down immediately, started handling her. Like, there's nothing Priscilla could do to get away from her. And Jasmine just kept on improving her position, improving her position. The referee looked as if he was going to end the fight multiple times. People were calling online to, like, ref, stop the fight. What the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? So, yeah, Priscilla had her in full mount, lots of ground and pound, basically the whole round of domination for the first round. Second round, she comes in with fast hands and drops Priscilla, makes her eyes roll in the back of her head, continues to land more ground and pound. And I don't know if you guys saw that, but in the second round, there was like a I don't know if you want to call it an unintentional headbutt, but there was definitely a headbutt. And I understand how people can, like, try to use their head for control and whatnot. But if you're like this and you come down, like, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. But anyways, there wasn't no point taken or anything like that. But by the third round, the total strikes landed was 228-4. Like, it's so lopsided. It's ridiculous. She comes out in the third round. Looks like she lands a front kick or two. Some good shots on the feet landed. And the last half of the round, she looks like she was trying to recover her gas tank before taking her down, and just dominating like crazy. Starts getting her in the crucifix, sitting on her face while transitioning before ultimately choking her out with the Darce choke. So next fight on the card, we got Johan Lanesi versus Sam Patterson, and this one really surprised me, guys, because Sam Patterson's coming from 155 pounds, and he was even getting chinned down there. Whether that was because of the weight cut or not, I don't know. But I feel like a lot of people had Johan winning this fight. But now that Johan lost this fight, that I think he's 1-3 in the UFC. They might be getting rid of him. You know what I mean? So might not be looking good for him. But in the end, Sam Patterson wins via rear naked choke in the first round. Good fight for him. Then we got Jillian Robertson versus Polyana Vienna. In almost like the other female fight, like, Robertson just has her way with her, gets the takedown easy, gets ground and pound. It just ground and pounded Polyana Vienna into oblivion. So, um, next fight on the card, we got Sergey City versus Raymond Tavares, and this one was a very competitive fight in my eyes. We all know that they fought in the Dana White Contender Series, and City knocked Tavares out. But if you look in that fight, Tavares was a lot cleaner with his shots and just moving around a whole lot better. I feel like we saw that in this fight as well. And Tavares just ended up picking his shots better than he did in the last fight. So, anyways, it ends up going to decision. And some people could say that it would go to City, but I think they got the call right with Tavares, and Tavares wins via round 3 decision, right? Sorry. But next fight on the card, your boy finally gets a dub with his picks. Sean Woodson versus Charles Jourdain. Charles Jourdain looked really good, but he just had no answer for the length and the reach of Sean Woodson. He looked like he was fighting a middleweight out there, and these guys are in featherweight. It's ridiculous. So yeah, it goes to decision win for Sean Woodson. Just I feel like a lot of people expected him to get chinned with his length or at least get his legs kicked out from under him. I mean, if you look at him, like they look really skinny. You know, his tall, long, lanky form. Shout out Josh Thompson. But yeah, it was a good fight, and we're moving on up the card to another decision win by Garrett Armfield versus Brad Katona. Yeah, Garrett Armfield gets the decision win, and Brad Katona just can't catch a break, you know, because he keeps winning tough, and he finally has a fight in a UFC fight, and it just doesn't really work out for him ever. So we'll see what happens with them. Garrett Armfield, good win. We move on to the main card. For the main card, we have Arnold Allen versus Movsar Evloev. I think this was a really close contested fight, but I think in the second round we seen Movsar Evloev rock Arnold Allen bad, and it was just a real close fight. Movsar Evloev ended up getting the nod. Arnold Allen, you know, leaves with the L. Unfortunate for him, but I feel like we'll be seeing a lot more of Movsar Evloev as he just beat one of the top contenders, Arnold Allen. So we'll be seeing him in some good matchups pretty soon here. Next on the uh, next on the going up the card or whatever, Chris Curtis versus Marc Andre Barrios. I just got out of work, guys. Give me a break. Chris Curtis versus Marc Andre Barrios. Surprise! Another decision we got. Chris Curtis pulls it off. I don't know what to think about this because I feel like there's a lot of bias in my pick in Marc Andre Barrios. So by the end of the fight, I was thinking, oh, Marc Andre could have pulled it off, but I think Chris Curtis did good, and I'm happy for him. So he won by decision. Next on the card, we got Neil Magny versus Mike Mallet, and thank God for Neil Magny because dude's been through too much with Ian Gary and all this other shit. Dude needed a dub, and he pulled it off with 15 seconds left at the third round against, you know, the dude from Canada while they're in Canada, Mike Mallet. And Mike Mallet was kind of having his way with them like all three rounds and was 15 seconds away from pulling off a decision victory against Neil Magny. And he just got taken it away from him, TKO'd 15 seconds left to go in the third round. That was fucking crazy. So next up the card, we got Raquel Pennington versus Mara Bueno Silva. And if you're not sleeping by now, you're about to be because this fight was pure melatonin. Raquel Pennington, you know, kept on trying to do what she tried to do with her on the ground. I feel like a lot of times she could have got Myra out of there by standing up and piecing her up more, but she seemed happy to, you know, try controlling Myra Silva on the ground and having her way with her. But either way, congrats to Raquel Pennington for getting it done 5 rounds. It's a long time to fight, and she got it done at 36 years of age, and she's the champ. So, yeah, good for her. Now let's get into it. Sean Strickland versus Dricus du Plessis. This fight was insane. Okay, it was one of the most competitive fights I've seen all year. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it was a competitive fight, and to be honest with you, I watched the fight. We all seen the fight live. I seen what was happening, what a lot of people were saying. You can look at the scorecard. You can look at the shots landed. I don't think Dricus du Plessis won this fight. This is no bias. This isn't because I picked Sean Strickland to win. This isn't because I'm from America. Sean Strickland won that fight. Because I was feeling pretty good at the end of the night, I woke up and I was like, you know what, let me watch this fight again and get a real take on it because I don't want to come out here being like Sean won, and I only watched the fight once, so I rewatched it, and I came to the same conclusion. I feel like Sean edged rounds one, two, three, and five. I feel like Dricus Duplessis only won one round in the fourth round when he cut him open and elbowed him and hit him with the overhand. I understand he was I understand DDP was landing some head kicks every now and then, but every time he landed two, he's taken 4 to 6 from Sean Strickland, and these aren't soft jabs that Sean Strickland lands on people. He is straight piecing people up with this jab, and it's ridiculous. Even Dana White scored the fight for Sean Strickland, and that you can't really take too much into account for that. But it really annoys me that even though he mentions that, Dana White still is stating that he's not really thinking about an immediate rematch, even though everyone's talking about it. Usually when you get this kind of hype and everyone talking about, oh, I need to see that immediate rematch, Dana White's like, you know what? Yeah. You know what? I kind of like that. I'll think about it or whatever. I don't, or at least he'll say, I don't make fights on the night of the fight. He said he'll wait till Tuesday for the matchmakers meeting, whatever. No, he just straight kind of shut it down, right? So, but either way, it was a good night of fights, bad night of picks, but a good night of fights, and can't wait to see it again. Uh, to be honest with you, yeah, even though I think Sean Strickland won, there was something in my mind that was thinking it could have also have been a well-deserved draw between the both of them, considering uh, the the singular power shots that DDP was landing, and then kind of equalizing that to the output that Sean Strickland had, and just look at their face. If damage trumps all on the scorecards, if damage is the leading criteria for scoring a fight, how do you not give that to Sean Strickland, guys? It's ridiculous. And that's all I got for you. If you could, again, like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications for more, and I'll be back with all different types of videos, live streams, and I just started the shorts reels, and I think it's going good. So tune in. We'll be back. Peace. Oh shit.